Muslim women sterilized in China detention camps, say former detainees.
Here's a summary of the article.
Uyghur Muslim women are being sterilized at internment camps for ethnic and religious minorities in China, according to former detainees. Ms. Tursun, who now lives in exile in the U.S., told of being given unknown drugs and injections while detained at an internment camp in 2017. She said she felt tired for about a week, lost my memories and felt depressed, and was released 4 months later after being diagnosed as being mentally ill. Up to 1 million Uyghurs, Kazakhs and other minorities have been arbitrarily detained in internment camps, according to the UN and human rights groups. Researchers have claimed the facilities are being run like wartime concentration camps as part of a systematic campaign of social re-engineering and cultural genocide. Former detainees have previously told of torture, beatings and electrocution as well as being forced to eat pork, attend political re-education lessons and sing political songs. Last week it was reported that China is building even more secret camps.
This post received a score of 25,400, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
So, genocide?
Canadian-style.
This guy knows. Congrats, a lot of people are in the dark about forced sterilization of natives in Canada and US.
Japan only stopped compulsory sterilization of the disabled in 1996.
There is a very, very narrow range where this is in the best interests of the individual, but it's still not okay to have the government taking charge of it at all. Yeah, loads of countries have this in their dirty pasts.
Yup. My mum used to work with young adults with disabilities. The amount of times they had to stop patients with Down syndrome having sex was weirdly impressive. The sex equals potential babies thing was trumped by self-gratification in the vast majority of cases. I don't know how I feel about forcing them to take BC though, it really depends on each individual case.
The ones he worked with were about the same mental state as toddlers. He said the women are generally given birth control prescriptions with no questions asked. This is because of the fact that mentally disabled women are raped with around 90% of those with intellectual disabilities will be sexually abused at some point in their lives. Before the age of 18, 68% of intellectually disabled girls and 30% of intellectually disabled boys will be sexually abused.
It's really fucked up, they're so vulnerable. AFAIK nothing happened like that at my mum's workplace, but that doesn't rule it out necessarily. There were definitely some incidents of rape between patients, especially with severely disabled patients who couldn't consent. Very cool place, it got them learning new skills in a sort of job-like setting.
See, everyone is always like OMG, why didn't the Allies stop the Holocaust? And it's as simple as no one gives a shit.
They have nukes. I kinda wish the Vogons would just start the demo for the intergalactic bypass already.
Apathetic bloody planet, I've no sympathy at all.
Donald Trump would be unaffected by Vogon poetry. Boris Johnson would enjoy it.
So China is now committing genocide and the world is watching. Edit, for those downvoting me, this is the definition for genocide, that is internationally accepted. China signed and ratified this treaty.
Yes, this is a form of genocide and it's not even a question. It's funny how everyone thinks how could this happen in terms of Nazi Germany, and you have China doing what they are doing while the world stands by and continues to have massive trade with them. God forbid you pay an extra .50 for your socks, best to allow them to brutally suppress dissidents and undesirables, stealing organs, murdering, and sterilizing as they go.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.